Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike replay video, and it's an in conversation with you.
Conversation. Yay!
So we basically look over some of the questions and comments that people have made and just talk about some of the things that we've been sort of thinking about and talking about.
We haven't done one in a while, so
no, we haven't. That's
we
right.
better get on it.
Yeah, just general info.
General info.
All right, so
All good.
swoosh. Right, so my name is Adam. I'm the owner of Alpha Strike Replay and alphastrike.com.au. Just want to buy gaming stuff.
Yep.
And help you out there.
He's my supplier, so you know, it's quality stuff.
And Tarron, what's going on, mate?
Not much, man. Not much. Gamey stuff, things, maybe certain stuff.
I know you're sort of working on something. We'll get back to that. So we'll just have a look at some of the questions here. So there's this one here. I remember this one actually. Kevin Collier, he basically wanted us to do a review of the Cardboard Feldherr BT boxes, the BattleTech boxes.
Because the one we did was a foam insert, wasn't it? Was it a foam insert?
Yeah, foam inside, but it had the canvas lining and things like that. So this is basically a cardboard casing with the foam pieces in it.
Oh, okay.
So instead of the canvas bit on the outside, you've got that. So it's cheaper. Yeah, I mean, essentially it's for like storing or whatever, rather than sort of carrying around. I suppose you could. I mean, they're supposed to be quite good, but yeah. But I did reply to that saying I'd love to do it when we get one.
When we get one,
that'll be good. It'll happen.
It'll happen.
The others have been going really well, actually. People are really, really, really liking those cases that we got here.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about getting one of those backpack type things, the big ones. Yeah. Because I've got my stuff all spread out at the moment and it's not good for it. I got homemade plucked foam and homemade trays and I'm using an esky to carry most of them and it's like, I'm running out of space, man. Yeah.
Keep your army cool.
Well, yeah, it does. It helps with the coolant stuff.
It's a psychological training for your mech warriors and stuff. So you will always be safe and cool.
Plus, I could take them out and put beer in there. So yeah.
Oh, that's true. So there we go.
Oh dear.
All right. So Alexander Black, he asked a question: can I use tag to spot for a normal LRM?
Yes.
Or does the LRM have to have a semi-guided missile in it? And
unfortunately, it has to have semi-guided. To my knowledge, you can only use semi-guided missiles with tag.
Yeah, that's right.
You can use semi-guided LRMs, or you can use the semi-guided Arrow 4 missiles. And I also think you can use a specific artillery shell called a Copperhead. We'll get into that when we do artillery, but I'm pretty sure that one homes in on tag as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going to use tag, you have to have semi-guided LRMs or one of those guided ammunition types. Doesn't work for normal ones. Unfortunate, but true.
So if you're a BattleTech fan, that info should come in handy, hopefully, to others who are watching.
NARC is pretty good because NARC will give you cluster whether you're indirect or direct. It gives you the cluster if you're direct firing, but you still have to use NARC-equipped missiles in order to fire at a unit with a NARC beacon. So most of the electronics combine. But still cool.
Yeah. We've got any more BattleTech questions? I think so.
NARC and tag do anything for extra for indirect fire? The Bone Shaman. I just wanted to say his name. The Bone Shaman. And obviously, yes, NARC and tag do extra for indirect fire. I'm pretty sure we went into them in the video, didn't we?
Yeah. Okay. We did a series of videos. Just have a look through. You should be able to find.
The basic rule is tag with semi-guided missiles means that you can shoot without certain modifiers, and NARC firing at a NARC beacon targeted unit, so something that's got a NARC beacon on it, you don't need a spotter. No, there's no spotter. As long as you've got a unit that's been NARC beaconed and NARC equipped missiles, you don't need a spotter. So all of the modifiers for a spotter go away, which is really cool, which is why it makes it one of my favorites. But yeah, go look at the videos. We did a video on them, so have a squeeze, guys.
Ooh. Here we go. All right. Read that one.
Filthy Latonk. Yeah, that's another good name. Although, yeah. So, I'll be honest, out of all the YouTube channels I watch, other than Tex Talks BattleTech, which I've watched, he's really good.
I watch him too.
The Alpha Strike Games crew are a total joy to watch. Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
And do the best rules guides. Well, I don't know about that, but okay. I can't wait for the Wave 2 Kickstarter reviews from you guys. Just keep doing what you do. It's awesome.
Oh.
Thanks, man.
Oh. Ta-da.
Ta-da. Yep. It's box 1 of 2, so there's more coming.
Yes.
Mm.
So we're doing some Wave 2 stuff.
Yeah.
When your gear comes
hopefully
in as well.
very soon.
Yeah.
I got an email saying that it's coming soon, so that's the first bit. Hopefully the rest is coming soon as well, and we'll be fulfilling that particular little wish there.
It's unfortunate because there was quite a delay in getting all this stuff shipped out to people in Australia and New Zealand.
Well, probably everywhere, but Australia and New Zealand particularly, I think, this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a lot. So once it rocks up, there'll be a dozen or so videos of us going through the stuff. So you're going to get bored with it eventually, trust me. There's a lot.
I know. But, yeah.
Somebody spent 300 quid and, yeah. But get your misses in.
Yeah. Bill Dorr, 300, what's that? Oh, pound. 300 pound will not cost me because of those videos. Even my wife likes playing it now. Well, that's good.
And that's 300 quid well spent, mate. You'll be all right.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
You get the misses into it. You can sit down on a weekend and have a game.
That's right.
It's quality. Dear.
Okay, so what else have we got? What's this one? That's just a comment. Someone's choosing what colour scheme to paint up their mechs from the Armoured Combat box.
Mm.
That's a good box set, that one.
I can thoroughly recommend just general camouflage. It's easy.
If you plan on getting more sets and you want to make them different again, camo is good and it looks good too. Actually.
Yeah, they'll look good on the battlefield. You don't have to have them as a specific faction or unit or whatever. It's not like it doesn't need to be narrative focused because almost all of the units will use camouflage at some point. So you can just say, well, that's the X of Y, and they're just in camouflage.
They're just in camouflage, yeah.
Dear.
But it's good. It's good that but there is so much stuff out there to paint too. You know, so many factions and whatever. That's
one that I saw, and I honestly don't know. I'm assuming that it doesn't, but I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Was it Chris Pribanik? Putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. So accurate per the tabletop rules. So I have to ask: can friendly units move through friendly placed minefields without a chance of detonating them? And I honestly don't know. I don't know. Well, command detonated ones, obviously.
Yeah, they're okay.
Because none of your friends are going to push the button while you're walking through there, are they?
No. Well, or are they?
Or are they? But, I mean, the IFF stuff, the friend or foe identification would be fairly sophisticated in the BattleTech universe. So maybe you could set it up so that friendly units don't set off friendly minefields. But, I mean, it is, after all, basically just a mine, and the mines don't care who steps on them. Technically speaking, if you step on a mine, it will go bang.
It's going to go off.
If you fulfill the conditions for that mine to trigger, you will trigger that mine. I mean, you could probably set it up in like a homebrew version that says, well, friendly units don't set off friendly mines. You could do that. But I don't think that's fact in the rules as written. I think any mech that moves into that unit, into that area, will set it off. Yeah, weird. Hello, dog.
Don't chew the cable. We need that for filming and stuff. You're in trouble.
He's a good boy.
Gonna get my spot back on the bed.
Yeah.
Because they take over dogs.
Dear. Mikey gave us a nice big story there at one point, which was really cool. I read that whole thing when I saw it go up. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Well done. That it's where did he say? Yeah, pry the pilots from the battle mechs and then ransom them back to the opponents. Yes.
Yep.
I'm that a-hole.
Yeah. I think in war most people would be.
That's the way. I mean, I try my dogs of war to have like a bit of an honor code sort of thing, but if it was up to me, it'd be like, nah, you lost, mate. That's mine.
That's it. Yeah.
But you want it back, you give me money.
That's the purpose. That's why I rocked up in the first place.
That's it. If you have someone that's like, because a lot of the mechs in BattleTech, you get like their inherited stuff, you know, so they get passed down.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that is still going on. Probably
not as much, but back in the day when I started doing it, I mean, in Mech Warrior, that was one of the things, was you had to pick a perk or a background thing that said you inherited a mech, and that was the only way to start with one, really, unless you had a butt ton of money.
Yeah.
And that was something that I thought of back then when I was doing like mercenary units and things. It's like, if it's an inherited mech and you can prove inheritance, then I will ransom you back. Obviously, I'm not giving you your ammunition back. That's just silly. I'm going to take that. And if it's an inherited mech, I'll take your ammunition out. You'll be a guest while you're being taken home. You give me a reasonable ransom, and you can both walk away. That's fine. If it's a faction army battle mech, like I don't know,
like the big houses.
Yeah, one of the big house standard army mechs. I'll be stripping all of the weapons and all of the ammo, and you can have the chassis back.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, you can ransom the chassis back. I mean, I'm not just going to give it to you, jeez. But yeah, if you're on your way home with your inherited mech and you've agreed to pay the ransom, and then you stuff about and try and escape, I'm keeping your mech and I'm kicking you out into space if I have to.
Oh.
Don't mess with me, man.
Your coffee was a bit dark this morning, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
I've had extra caffeine today. Can you tell?
Shit.
Dear.
Right, well, you're off that question now.
I'm off that question.
Well,
now,
it was a nice story.
It's good, Mikey. Well done. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So this is one by Lexington 476. I'm surprised this video has got less than 500 views. It was actually pretty good. Thank you very much. So this one was referring to the autocannons and what you need to know. It's one of those weapons ready series that we did. And
Lex, if you haven't watched all of the other weapons ready ones, please feel free to go and have a look.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised it's gotten more than 20 views, to tell you the truth.
Not because the content's not good. It is very good. It's very useful. And for someone who's getting into the game and wants to learn a bit more, it's definitely one of the series of videos that you want to watch.
Yeah, the weapons ready ones, I think we've done reasonable work with. Obviously, we can't cover everything because BattleTech is huge. If you haven't figured that out by now, go and watch some of our videos or look through one of the books. But it's huge.
We do constantly remind you.
Yes.
Listen, Alice. Okay, this is how it's going to be.
Down that rabbit
there
hole.
You go.
Yep. Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, Briggs. Yeah.
It's Breagle.
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 I'm just going to keep doing it, Aussie. G'day, Breagle.
Been with us from pretty much the start when we started doing like the BattleTech ones. That was pretty cool.
I did notice that you disappeared, buddy.
Yeah.
And I was worried about you, but COVID, bloomin' heck.
Now we are worried when we saw that comment.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you're obviously alive now, but you're going to have to comment every video now so we know you're still kicking, all right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Every video. This is not negotiable. Get down there and start typing, my son. Seriously. Oh, dear. But yeah, the Imp was a really good mech as far as I remember.
Yeah, it was 100 ton or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Full on 100 or 9. It's like 95, 9 or something.
Yeah. I keep getting that mixed up in my head with the all energy weapon one. Flashman? Yeah. So I keep getting the Imp and the Flashman mixed up.
Okay.
I think they look pretty similar, but I'm not sure. I can't remember now. I know the Imp is a good mech, but I can't remember.
Everyone sort of talks about it as the daddy for the what's the other one? The Urban Mech.
The Urban Mech, yeah.
Similar sort of.
It's like that dustbin type configuration. R2D2 looking thing.
Yeah. Still.
Dear oh dear. Yep.
All right.
Yes, definitely to Mr. Derek Burge. You can doze a mech to knock it down, he said, quoting. You can 100% doze a mech and knock it down. This is a ramming weapon. I mean, you're not meant to be using it as a weapon, but you can use it as a weapon.
If that's all you got, I guess that's all you got.
If it's what you got, it's what you got. You can try and keep it into keep it as support stuff, keep it as a secondary thing where you've got a fighting force and then you've got support vehicles with dozer blades that have to do specific tasks as part of the campaign and you've got to protect them. You can 100% do that. Or you can change a mech's arm to a dozer blade and you can ram it into people. It's possible. It's a thing. You can stick it on the front of your tank and drive it into a mech on the edge of a cliff and push it off.
That's cool.
Which is cool.
Push attack with
push attack with a dozer, nice. Charge attack with a dozer. Yep. Solid stuff.
Pretty cool.
Yep. I'm going to point out to Mikey that needs must when the devil vomits in your kettle isn't technically my quote. That is a Blackadder quote. I'm sure Breggle picked that one up, but it is Blackadder. Thanks though, me.
It's still relevant and funny.
And yeah, I love it. But we are probably going to cover the industrial mechs, and because that was the main thrust of the comment there.
Yeah, that's it.
We are probably going to cover industrial mechs and forestry mechs and all that other sort of stuff at some point.
Yeah.
Because they're cool. I reckon they're groovy. So yes, that's coming eventually. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Have we said that yet?
So what else we got here? Frank Turner. So this is your comment. Remember that battle report that we did? I think it was the last one.
Yeah.
When you made that really awesome Shadowhawk.
Yes, the Shadowhawk one.
So good.
He was pretty cool. I liked
him.
So
good.
Yeah.
But you made a comment.
Apparently I did. I went back through and tried to find it and I couldn't find it. So well done you for spotting it. But yes, I'm not clan stupid. I'm me stupid.
I'm not clan stupid. I'm me stupid.
It's
what was it?
True.
What was it?
I can't remember now.
Okay. Oh.
See, that's the problem with this. Is I go and I do these videos, but it's like life. My actual life, I go through and then I can't remember bits afterwards. And this is the same thing. But you guys all spot it and you can watch it over and over again. I think we were doing some sort of maneuvering thing. And I think there was a point where I could have gone like front on and tried to take you on and stuff, where I could have bounced around and done something that I do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Instead of being honourable and stuff. Yeah, that's stupid, but you know, I'm still stupid, but I do my thing better. That's the way. But yeah,
such a good deck design. Actually,
it worked pretty well.
It was pretty cool.
I would honestly, if I was gonna take that any further, I would probably take one of those MMLs out and replace it with some sort of non-ammunition based energy weapon backup systems type thing.
Oh yeah. If you're going to do a mix and match.
Yeah, if it wasn't, because we were specifically missile weaponing at that point, so I took all missile weapons. But I would probably take one of those MMLs out and replace it with, I don't know, maybe a medium laser or two, and possibly a narc beacon or something of that description, because that would benefit that mech, but it could also then benefit other mechs
as well.
Right?
Yeah.
So you could have indirect fire mechs, support mechs, and you could use it as a cluster advantage for those MMLs that he's firing. And that would be really, really cool. That would be good. I reckon that'd be kind of cool. And I screwed up on that and nobody pointed it out. I screwed up major.
Yeah.
What I did was I tried to show off the different types of ammo instead of taking stuff that I knew I needed. All right. The tandem charge, yes, perfect, brilliant, right? The Infernos, 100% every time, love them. I took the what was the other one I took? The follow the leader ones. Very cool, right? Yeah, dog bumped it.
Yeah, should have said something about it to me, by the way.
Screw it, they're all looking at us funny, it's not a big deal. I took
the follow the leader.
The follow the leader ones, but instead of the standard LRM ammunition, I should have taken heat seekers.
Yes.
Because you were overheating like a mofo.
I was too.
And the Inferno plus heat seeker combo is really, really good. And that would have probably gotten me a few more hits out of that if I'd have done that. But I was just trying to think, oh, missile, and not actual like combat tactics.
Yeah.
I'm not very good tactically, but every now and then I come up with a good one. And Infernos plus heat seekers is...
Okay, well, you did have quite a few choices in the battlefield anyway, so it was all right, and you did very well.
It worked out pretty well. I think it was a good one, but yeah, I'd take out one of those MMLs and put some backup weapons in there. I think that'd work even better.
My poor commando. I definitely have to put double heat sinks on it next time. It makes sense. Single heat sinks are for chumps now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was good. That was good Inferno targeting, I think. And I didn't even do very well with the Infernos, and you were overheating.
Well, okay. Yeah. Okay, so what else we got here?
Chris is back, wasn't he? Didn't he comment before? I think. Prabanic. Emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Excuse me.
There it is, the minefields question. So sometimes having a second set of eyes helps with comprehension. Quick question, where do I find C-bill prices for replacement parts and the like? Almost every PDF and having a hard time finding it. Do the PDFs not come with the charts at the back?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah.
So Tech Manual and TAC Ops, I'm pretty sure, list the price for everything. And if you're really stuck, you can probably go on Sana and type in something like C3 and put that in, and it should have a C-bill cost for that. So if you put in medium laser and bring it up on Sana, it should have a C-bill cost.
There was somewhere, but it's going back ages now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where all the cost for like an arm actuator for this tonnage, weight and all that sort of
thing.
They
used to have everything there, but now I think it's a standard price for actuators. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Just sort of do the BV thing.
So at the back of TAC Ops, page 404 and onwards, there's like nice big lists of stuff. And they've got item costs and ammo costs. So all the weaponry is listed and all the weaponry cost, and then the cost for any ammo that it involves is listed there in C-bills. Some of them are a bit weird because like engines, you have to multiply out tonnage and divide by this and multiply by the number of letters in their mother's maiden name and all that sort of stuff. So
Tech Manual may have something.
Tech Manual, I think, has something similar. But I'm not sure. Well, it definitely has something similar, but I'm not sure if it lists prices. No, it doesn't seem to have. That's industrial equipment.
No, I don't think it does.
No. So industrial Tech Manual doesn't list prices. TAC Ops does. And like I say, if you look on Sana and those, I think they list prices, and I think you can even get prices off the programs, the Solaris and Mega Mech.
Yeah.
I think if you click on an item that's on the mech, it brings up a little pop-up. So when you're adding weapons and equipment, you click on it and it brings a little pop-up thing. I think both of them do it. And it'll give you weights, tonnage, critical space, ranges, damage at range, all of that sort of stuff. But it also lists C-bill cost and other things like that. So there's quite a few places you can find them. But if you haven't got the TAC Ops book, then I guess Solaris,
Probably.
Mega Mech,
Yeah.
Sana, those sort of things.
That'd be the one.
Yeah.
There we go. Do the clans dip into custom ammo types for their launchers, or do they consider it dishonorable?
Bone Shaman again.
The Bone Shaman. Yes, technically they do. Anything that assists the pilot, well, that's, sorry, not necessarily assists the pilot, but
anything I think that's still skill involved. So I think they use Inferno ammos. I'm pretty sure Inferno ammo is available to the clans.
yes.
Yeah. And that's because you still have to have the skill to hit them with the missile. It's not guiding itself or being tracked or anything like that. It's a weapon that you're firing with skill. It does a different thing, but it's still a skill-based thing.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where they go.
Because the clans do use NARC missile beacons. So
Which is weird.
With their technology, or the way that technology works, it enhances not just your, say, long-range missiles and things like that, when you're rolling on the table to see how many hit. It can also help anyone else
It's activating,
who's attuned to it.
Yeah, it's helping the group to function.
Yeah. Well, normally they are sort of attuned to the same frequency, so to speak, so they all benefit. So
Yeah.
maybe the clans can disengage that.
Oh yeah, that's possible.
You know, they could.
Yeah.
They could do. I don't think they do, but I suppose they could. There's nothing to say they could.
Yeah.
So the Goliath Scorpions, they turn off targeting computers and things like that when they're doing their duels, because they consider it's not them that's doing it, it's computers helping them. So they turn that off.
Use the force, Luke.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. So it depends sort of which clan and who you talk to, I suppose. You know, there's options.
Yeah. So, I mean, enhanced long-range missiles, inner sphere. Where are the missile types?
The MRMs are inner sphere.
Yeah. Most
Ammo
of it
types.
will be inner sphere, but the ammo types, if I could...
I think they pretty much stick to just the standard sort of stuff, you know.
Usually.
They use Infernos.
Yeah,
but
there are some missiles, and I mean the ATMs use specific types of missiles as well.
Yes.
367.
See, and that comes with Artemis built in.
Yeah.
It's a freebie.
And
so
Artemis
obviously
is
they can't be too upset about that.
Yeah, and Artemis is cluster munitions increase.
Yeah, +2 on your dice roll.
Yeah,
So,
but it's not helping you target. It's increasing the cluster.
so it's improving the weapon rather than
Than
shooting with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, I think that's the fine line they're running there.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I can't really tell. So acid missiles, inner sphere. Anti-radiation, they can take both. The bowler narc pods, inner sphere only.
Yeah. That's fine.
Follow the leader, both. Harpoon missiles for SRMs, both. Heat seekers, both.
Okay.
Incendiary, inner sphere. Magnetic pulse, inner sphere. Mine clearing, inner sphere. Smoke missiles, both. Good lord.
Ooh, that's
Swarms, both. But improved swarm, inner sphere.
inner sphere.
Tandem charge, inner sphere. Tear gas, both. That's a bit rude. I thought they had honor. Tear gas. You clowns.
They also have the what do they call it? The worker. There's a scientist.
Oh, the cast.
The cast.
Yeah.
What's the bottom feeders as they call them?
I can't remember now. It's all too weird to me. Thunder, both. But
There's a merchant. And, yeah, I'm trying to remember.
The Inferno and active, augmented, and vibro bomb are all in a sphere. So the Thunder LRM standard and command would be the only two that go with clan. So, yeah. There are actually a fair few that they use, but most of the weirder ones they don't. They stick with fairly standard stuff. I think Hemisphere have been trying to kill each other for too long. They've gotten better at it.
Something like that.
Mm.
But considering, I think the clans before the invasion, they advanced their weapons as far as they could anyway. They were just doing what they do.
Mm.
They weren't trying to compare it to what the Inner Sphere had at the same time. All they could do is make assumptions. So their technology was quite superior when they arrived. So maybe they're just saying, well, we don't have to worry about it as much. But now the Inner Spheres start reverse engineering all this technology, making their own stuff. It's unique to them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's it. Isn't that a redo of something we've already done?
Maybe.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the same one. Okay. I was going to say, I'm sure it was even Alexander Black, the same thing. Comments been printed out twice. Dear, oh dear.
Someone else. Christopher Wallet. So he's watched our Pimp My Mech, the setup for the series of builds and stuff.
Yeah.
So season, what was it? 4. Pimp My Mech number 4.
Number 4. I can't remember what that
Video
one was.
series 4.
I think that was the missiles, wasn't it?
It was the missiles.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we can probably carry them on. I've got an idea for because it's Pimp My Mech, but I've got an idea for how we can work that into vehicles, because we're going to be doing vehicles. If the video hasn't gone up already, it should be going up reasonably soon, I think. But we're going to start looking at some vehicles, and I've got an idea for us to pimp my mech for a vehicle one.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that could be amusing.
Custom vehicle.
Well,
Mad Max style.
You could pimp the vehicle as well if you want to, but specifically pimp my mech to combat vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how we go with that. We'll see how we do closer to. It's a little tricky.
That could be cool though.
Yeah.
Because you know, some of those tanks that roll onto the battlefield, they're quite menacing. They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some nasty stuff out there. They're just, vehicles are a little squishier than mechs. So, I mean, if you specifically go out of your way to build a mech that kills vehicles, you will do it fairly effectively. And we both know that, so I'm kind of iffy about whether we should be doing it or not. I want to tell Slimy that, yes, I did see the mechs thing, and yes, I made 2 mechs with Inferno ammo in it that overheat shockingly. They're the 2 that I showed you, remember?
Yeah.
They're awful.
They are terrible.
They're just really awful, seriously, but they should be amusing to...
We've signed up, so we're okay.
That's it, yeah. We'll see how we go. Dear.
There we go. Yep. Oh yeah, Battle Mech critical hits. Yeah, that was an interesting video actually.
Yeah.
So how to play BattleTech with talking about Battle Mech critical hits and how they work in the game.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, there was a lot of people saying that they never actually knew that, and I'm like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter as long as you're all playing it the same way. It doesn't really matter, but. This is actually the official rules on how to do it. It's like the heat thing. I actually like my way of doing the heat scale, where you roll each one as you pass it rather than the highest one.
Yeah.
It feels more frantic to me. It feels more involved. And I mean, it means that I tend to go for heat neutral mechs because I always fail at some point. But, you play it however you want to play it. As long as all your group plays it the same way, it's not that big a deal. But that's interesting, the way that a lot of people didn't actually realise that was the way you were supposed to do the mech.
Including us.
Including us. I'm like, that's news to me.
But that's fine. So anyone who's watched that, and now someone who's watched this one, they know.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's really good. But yeah, the machine gun ammo is a thing. If you're not firing a lot of machine guns, always take it in half-ton lots because it's a smaller explosion.
Well, it is, but
case, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the number of it doesn't matter what sort of ammo it is. Whether it's machine gun ammo or LRM ammo or Arrow 4 ammo, it's going to go bang. I have lost count. It would be off the hands and onto the toes, dead sure, and possibly more than that, if I counted up how many times I've had a trebuchet explode, or an archer explode, or a Valkyrie, or something else with a decent setup of LRMs explode because of an ammo hit, and just go. As soon as case came out, I started whacking it in every single mech that I could find. Every variant of every mech that I had that had LRMs had to have case. If it didn't have case, I didn't want it in my army. Gone.
It's gone.
Out.
Yeah.
Now I kind of like it for the fun value. I'll still take an unmodified trebuchet or an unmodified longbow or something like that, just for the lols when somebody hits the ammo.
Yeah.
And you can stand back and watch it on the hill going.
I think if it was one of those games where you were playing someone else and you had to take a shot every time that happened, you probably wouldn't make it through the end of the game.
I'd be blown over for the first 2 rounds. Because, I mean, you sniped me with a clan mech from like 25 hexes away and managed to hit something. If you'd managed to critical hit me, I mean, he'd be drunk before we gotten 5 minutes in.
that guy gets his blood name.
That's it.
Any blood name you want, so you can have it.
Take one.
Just take one. You're just amazing.
You're the best. You hit me from all the way over there.
Okay. So yeah, but machine guns have their uses, but you got it's a lot of ammunition to sort of pack for a time, isn't it?
Dead set. Yeah. I mean, 200 rounds at 2 points per round is 400 points of damage. And if you don't have case, it just spreads. And you will lose the whole mech to that. But then 10 rounds or 10 shots of LRM 20 ammo is, I mean, that's 200.
Yeah.
And that'll kill a mech.
That's a lot of missiles.
Whether it's 200, 250 or 400, it's going to kill a mech. I mean, you've only got the torso or location that it's in, unless you load all of your arms with ammo, you probably put them in a torso, which means you've probably only got the internal structure of that torso plus the internal structure of the center torso. And that's very rarely more than like 100 at most combined.
Yeah.
And once you get past that, it's all overkill. So machine gun, autocannon, LRM, you're dead.
It's just
you're dead.
You're dead. You're in a lot, or you're even just out.
Yeah,
you can just be out, just fall over, blah.
You only work it out for the lols. You don't have to work it out to find out if you're out of the game or not, because if you haven't got case, you're out of the game. Ammo goes up as long as there's a certain amount of points left. Boom, bang, bomb, you're done.
Yeah,
you're out. But all good. All good. Somebody mentioned the PPC capacitor.
Yeah.
And somebody else. Oh no, that's you. Haha. Well done. Yep. But yeah, we did do a video on PPC capacitors. So.
And aren't they great?
Yeah. And yeah, putting that on a heavy PPC is just naughty. It's extremely naughty. But you would be building up a lot of heat with that thing.
No. It's because it's a. Oh, yeah.
Heavy PPC is 15 points of damage at 15 points of heat, isn't it? Or is it? I think.
Heavy.
I'm pretty sure heavy PPC is 15 for 15.
For a long range shot as powerful as an AC-20, so yeah, it must be.
Yep.
Yeah.
15 heat, 15 damage. You put a capacitor on that, you're doing 20 heat at 20 damage. But
20 heat.
Yeah, until you fire the discharge the capacitor, it's taking every turn it's giving you 5 heat. So yes, that is AC-20 with no ammo constraint, but that's 20 heat.
It's a lot of heat.
Right? You need to have your base level double heat sinks in order to dissipate just that amount. If you move at all with it, or if you've got any other heat issues, or you fire anything else, then you're going to overheat. and 10 double heat sinks is, I mean, that's a big mech. That's going to have to be a big mech to pull that off.
That would be cool though.
It'd be bloody awesome.
Enjoy your machine guns as your backup.
Yeah, you could probably do an awesome with two of those set up on his arms and like as many heat sinks as you can cram in and just do it like that. Just do that. That'd be fun. Damn.
There we go. There's some other good stuff here, but basically a lot of people thanking us for what we do. Thank you for the videos because it's helped them.
Thanks for watching.
That's what we wanted. Yeah, we want people to watch them too. It's good.
And commenting. That's kind of the thing is if you see something interesting or if you see something that we may be screwed up, then feel free to put a comment down. Let everybody know that it's a thing. If you know something specific about it, let everybody know it's a thing. If you've got a story about it, if you've got an idea behind it, put a comment down. Yeah. Get the community involved.
Because there might be someone who's working on a scenario or something and just happens to read a comment, and that could be like a moment for them, you know? Who knows? Just
who knows?
Topics and stuff. It's good.
Speaking of scenarios.
Oh.
I got a present.
What's this?
It's not much. But this. So I've mentioned a few times that I want to start doing some videos on scenario building, on like getting scenarios, spicing up your games, trying to get different things happening. And I've been trying to figure out how to do it properly, and I can't. I just can't. I can't figure out how to make it all interconnected and make it all in order and make sense. So I've got a bunch of ideas for how to make scenarios on, like, for how to put together a scenario, how to do each different part of the scenario, how to build your forces, all that sort of stuff. Whoa. And I'm going to start doing some videos. There's 3 on there. One of them's a disclaimer because I don't want anybody. What do the kids say these days? I don't want you to at me.
At me.
Don't at me. You can't because I haven't got social media. But you can't at me. Don't at me. But yeah, I'm going to try and put some ideas on video rather than just talking to myself about them. I'm going to try and get some actual scenarios down on paper as well. Okay. So we've got some examples of things that I don't know. Maybe we can put them up so that you can get them or something like that. I don't know. It's a thing. That's right. Yeah. Or we'll just show photos of them and you can like take a screenshot and go, yep, that works.
That works.
But
put it up for like 1/10 of a second. They're going to be really accurate with the
Did you get all them? Yeah. Nice. But yeah, hopefully there'll be an ongoing thing of some videos of me just discussing ideas about how to build different scenarios and how to try and balance everything out and what could be fun. I mean, the other day I was thinking about getting aliens in on it. Not like extraterrestrial life forms. I mean, aliens, like from the franchise. Oh, okay. I reckon you could do that. Yeah,
you can make a monster of some. Yeah, they have stuff.
But if you have an infantry base and you make that as the like standard warrior guys, but make it all melee focused and give them maybe extra armor or something, or
battle suit.
You could make it battle armor.
Yeah, battle armor.
And then the queen could be like a proto-mech or something. I reckon you could manage it. I reckon you could do it. You could totally do it where they come down to Archeron or LV426 and you have to go and get something and come back and you have to fight your way through waves of aliens and stuff. I reckon that would be brilliant.
Well, when we get to talking about infantry in detail, I think that's going to be one of our Pimp My Infantry? You could still be Pimp My Mech.
You could have Pimp My Mech to deal with infantry and run through that. But yeah, that was one of the ideas that I had, and I'm standing at work waiting for stuff to happen, talking to myself about how to do those things, and 90% of the time they just fly out of my head, but I'm trying to write some down and get them on paper to help you guys out. So
that's cool, man.
If and when they come up and you like them, make sure you put a comment down to tell me you used it. Tell Adam to make me keep doing it. Because I could procrastinate for my country. Seriously. Except that I probably wouldn't turn up. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Well, you'd be time better spent at home working on cool stuff like this, I'd imagine. So that's fine.
Bloody oath, yeah.
We're
playing computer games.
We are grateful for your service.
I get a gold medal now. Oh dear.
That's really cool.
So that's the beginning. So hopefully they'll start coming up soon. Pilla's going to edit them and make sure they're not completely crap, obviously. But yeah, hopefully they'll start coming up soon, which will be good.
So
yeah,
if we're doing that, so you've probably seen this just sitting down the bottom here.
We haven't mentioned it yet.
We're going to get to it, all right? Which is now.
He's awesome.
So this is 2 of the 4 or 5 different box sets that you can get for. It's from Zenit Miniatures. It's called Tory. Okay. It's sort of warband, very fast, quite brutal. Actually has a bit of a sort of a history to it as well. So it's sort of ancient Japan.
Yeah.
It's ancient Japan feel, but it's got sort of magic and all sorts of other really, really cool stuff like undead.
Yeah.
And this is basically, you just play on a small 3 foot by 3 foot table with some terrain, and it's scenario based. And it's just a matter of getting in there. You build your force, 100 points.
These are 100-point forces, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I was trying to remember. I think it's 100-point force. I haven't actually played yet, but we're going to give this a crack. And I picked the So High. So
high. I think it will say so high.
I think it's
or so high. So high.
So high. What is it, Pillar? So high.
So high.
So high. There you go.
And the Tokodate, which are like pirates, piratey guys or whatever.
So I'm warrior monks and you're pirates, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So if we don't rag on your religion, you don't come and steal our stuff and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
We're going to give it a go. We actually did some unboxing videos for some of these.
Yeah, they're probably way down in the list
back
there.
though. Yeah, we just I don't know what it was that we just didn't get around to doing it. But I don't know. I was just having a look at the rules again, because if you buy this box set, you've got like 10 miniatures, the different models. You've got a rule book in there for the game, and it's actually foam. There's 2 foam sheets. So once you assemble all these guys and girls,
they can sit
in there. They all fit in there.
Which is pretty cool.
That's very cool.
And being foam, you can put them in there painted and not worry too much about them.
That's right.
There's some slimline stuff, but if it's foam, it's not going to bend them too much.
It shouldn't be too bad. No. So we're just cool. We're gonna give it a go. So we've got like a special series coming up for you. It's going to be probably around December. So we need a bit of time to work on it while we're doing other things.
We're doing was it seven game systems in 7 days?
Yeah. So basically, you're going to have a whole week of videos from us of all sorts of cool stuff going on. We'll leave it to a bit closer. I reckon.
Yeah, but there will be 7 different game systems, 7 battle reports for 7 different game systems over the course of a week. Yeah. And this is going to be one of them.
This is one of them.
So
I think it deserves a go.
I reckon.
It's sort of not as well known, but the company's still going. They're still making the stuff. They make it in house.
Okay.
Honestly,
and they're pretty cool.
They are pretty cool.
They're pretty cool little minis.
Some of them were you have to sort of fiddle with them a little bit because they didn't quite match up, but it's not too bad.
They're not like Western style big like Final Fantasy swords that stick out all over the place. These are like slimline feudal Japanese weapons, so they do tend to bend a bit.
Yeah. But they're very nice. And so the different factions have their different feel, and there's a history for it.
Skills and abilities and all that sort of stuff. We'll go through it when we do the actual video for it. But yeah, and then you've got like an arquebusier guy there. He's got like a blunderbuss version of the arquebus, and I've got a slightly longer version of the arquebus. So.
Teppo. Teppo. That's what they call a long rifle.
Yeah.
And this is a Ozutsu. I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
Ozutsu. So it's like a blunderbuss.
Apologies to any Japanese that are out there actually watching.
No, it's like,
people that are watching.
Just trying to
we are butchering your language.
And I could never figure out the difference between a Yumi and a Yari. I could never remember which one was which. One's a spear and one's a bow.
I was going to say, I think the Yari is the spear, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, yeah. But it's just trying to remember.
Yeah. I watched a YouTube videos, or I say young, she looked young to me, but I'm ancient. So there's a young lass firing one of those old school Japanese longbows. You know, the ones that's like 3 times taller than you are. And you just, she's that, and you hear it go, and it's like, yes, love that. Imagine getting like 90 of them lined up and just.
I can't remember. I don't know if they were strong enough to pierce like a knight's.
I think they were going through some fairly thick armor at reasonable distances. They're a really powerful bow.
Okay.
They're a really powerful bow. I can't remember if they were as strong as the recurve bow, because the recurve bow changed the way they made the actual bow. I think the Japanese longbow was still a fairly traditional style of creation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were laminating like multiple layers and things like that. They were making it out of wood.
Yeah.
But I think, I can't remember off the top of my head. I used to know all this stuff. I used to get the Jane's War catalogue out and just read that for fun.
Yeah.
You go straight, like all the way from flint, spearheads and clubs up to nukes. And it was all in one book. History of Warfare or something. It was
wow.
It was a really interesting read. Man catchers and the longbows and all of that sort of stuff. It was really, really cool.
Wasn't the crossbow designed to punch through armor because it's got so much power behind it? I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. But they do have cavalry in this game as well. But they don't give you any in the box sets. It's all foot troops, which is fine. It's good.
Yeah. Well, 100 points. Yeah. I mean, if you got a decent little foot troop group, you can play the game with a reasonable amount of points, with some reasonable amount of minis. And get a good feel for how it works, and then decide if you want to move up cavalry.
That's right, indeed.
And which is what we will do.
Right, so do we have anything else to discuss for this video? We showed that before, so I guess we're gonna do a video for this too. Yes. But hopefully the rest of that's gonna come in, and then we'll do a little bit of a show off for this one. Hopefully it'll come up soon, and then we'll do a bit of a show-off video for all the rest, which will hopefully come up soon too. It'll be a lot. That'll be good. I'm looking forward to it.
But I think that's it for today.
Yeah. All right. Well,
all good.
Thank you very much for watching the video all the way through to the end. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much for commenting, liking all of the stuff that you guys are doing. Keep the community going. It's really, really good.
So at this time, we're still below 1,000 subscribers. We would dearly love to get it up to 1,000 for the simple fact that we can then turn off advertising on the channel. So we found out that YouTube, they put it up or whatever, and we can't do anything.
I suddenly discovered that I had ads when I was trying to watch the video.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers, we'll turn it off. That would be really good. We'd like to do that.
So if you've got a group that's playing BattleTech, just share the channel around and get them all to subscribe. That'll increase the numbers.
Yep, that's it.
And then we can turn those ads
off.
Because they're annoying me, and that's all that matters.
Yep, okay.
All good.
Not a problem. Okay, thank you very much for watching.
See you
next time.
Bye, guys.